All right, guys, so welcome to your first nutrition class for our summer shred challenge. Super excited to have you all with me today. And if you're watching this at a later time, I'm excited for you as well. So we're going to be going through the basics of nutrition, the importance of protein, and micronutrients. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. There it is. Hit the present mode. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So here we go. Nutrition 101. Food, yay! Who here likes food? If you like food, just type it in the chat. I love me some food. All right, I love me some carbs. I love me some protein. I love me some healthy fats. All right, so we're gonna go over why it's so important that we make sure that we get the full array of foods that we need. All right, so here we go. So when people talk about nutrition, I think the first thing we got to discuss is what is it, right? And so we came up with this definition right here. Nutrition is how food affects the health of the body. Food is essential, right? Essential meaning we have to put it in our body. Non-essential means our body can't create it, right? So food is an essential. It provides vital nutrients for survival and helps the body function and stay healthy. Food is comprised of macronutrients, which include protein, carbs or carbohydrates, and fat that not only offer calories to the fuel the body and give it energy, but play specific roles in maintaining health. Food also supplies micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, and phytochemicals that don't provide calories, but serve a variety of critical functions to ensure the body operates optimally. All right, so when we talk about calories and macronutrients, right, our macronutrients provide calories, and calories simply are energy. All right, so when we talk about calories, you know, when it's in the realm of diet and health and fitness, we want to recognize calories as energy. They're not bad, they're not good, they're just units of energy, and we need energy to do everyday things. All right, so our macronutrients provide us with that. Our micronutrients, right, their job is to make everything function and use this energy correctly. All right, and so we'll get into a little bit more of the micronutrients. All right, so let's talk about macros. All right, just put like a one in the chat if you've heard of macros or counting macros and you're like, I don't know what that is, but I know some people count them, right? See something popping up in the chat right now. All right, so let's talk about we have three main macronutrients, right? So the first one we're going to talk about is protein, right? Protein is found in beef, pork, chicken, game, wild meats, fish, seafood, eggs, soybeans, and other legumes, right? It's found in a lot of things, even in some vegetables, right? And protein provides the body with amino acids. All right, so when we think of amino acids, what I want you to think about is the alphabet, right? A, B, C, D, 26 letters, right? And out of those letters, we create words, right? Words such as macronutrients and protein, all right? So amino acids are the letters, right? So we use each amino acid to create a protein because there's different sources of protein, all right? So they're the building blocks of proteins, which are needed for growth, development, and repair and maintenance of body tissues, right? We have our skin, which is important, our muscles, our bone, all that requires protein. It provides structure to muscle and bone, repairs tissues when damaged, and helps immune cells fight inflammation and infection, all right? So protein is very, very key when we talk about our immune health. Carbohydrates. The main role of a carbohydrate is to provide energy and fuel for the body, the same way gasoline fuels a car, all right? So carbs are the #1 preferred source of energy for our body and our brain, all right? So when we talk about brain food, we're talking about carbs here, all right? And so foods such as corn, beans, plantains, rice, tortillas, potatoes, and other root vegetables such as yuca, bread, and fruit deliver sugar or starches that provide carbohydrates for energy, all right? And those carbohydrates are slow and fast effects on our sugar levels. We'll talk about carbs next week and get into the nitty gritty of them, all right? But just know that these are two of the macros, right? Energy allows the body to do daily activities as simple walking, talking, as complex as running, moving heavy objects, right? It also is what keeps our body running, right? It helps us breathe, helps with digestion, helps with movement. Everything that moves takes calories and takes energy to do. All right. So fuel is needed for growth, which makes sufficient fuel especially important for growing children and pregnant women. All right. So even at rest, our body needs calories to perform vital functions such as maintaining body temperature, right? And keeping the heart beating and digesting food. So when we talk about most people talk about diets and they talk about cutting calories. That's not a great thing all the time, right? We want to cut down on calories that don't provide us nutrition, but we don't want to cut down on calories because as we're seeing here, we need an amount of calories just to make sure that our body is working and working correctly, right? When we don't get enough calories, things start to shut down and we start to hold on to body fat, all right? We'll get into that a little bit more. So dietary, right? So we're talking about fat, the third macronutrient, all right? So dietary fat, which is found in oils, coconut, nuts, milk, cheese, some meats, right? And poultry, and especially you probably heard of fish like salmon, right? Provides structure to our cells, cushions membranes that help prevent damage. Oils and fats are also essential for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins, including vitamin A, a nutrient that is important for healthy eyes and lungs, all right? So you may have heard way back, right? This low-fat food is good. This no-fat food is good. They are just playing tricks on you, right? Fat doesn't make you fat, right? You can eat really bad types of fat, but that doesn't make you fat. Poor calorie choices and over calories or too far under calories, that actually grows fat, right? But you don't get fat from eating fats, okay? But we still need to monitor them because per gram, they're double the amount of calories as protein and carbohydrates. 1 gram of protein is essentially 4 calories, same for carbs. For fats, 1 gram is 8 calories. So when we're eating our almonds, our nuts, and our avocados and our healthy oils, we just want to make sure that, hey, we recognize that it's going to have a higher calorie impact on our day, right? But it's extremely essential because who here wants healthy eyes? Me. You can put like a 5 in the chat, like I see you, right? I need some healthy eyes and I need some healthy lungs to breathe. We need good things like that. All right, so I just want to double check the chat real fast just in case we got any awesome things. Cool. So next page, we're talking about our global nutrition philosophy. Okay, so in Herbalife, right, you're in this Herbalife challenge. We have a global nutrition philosophy, and it's basically made up of what our body needs. Okay, so we talk about our calorie intake, right? We've divided to about 40% coming from carbohydrates, up to 30% for protein and fats, right? But look at these other things that are extremely important. Phytonutrients, right? Or in other words, nutrients that come from the sun in our vegetables and fruits. Exercise, right? I know you guys are doing the workouts right now. They are intense. We need fiber. Most people are not getting enough fiber in their diet, and we need a minimum of 25 grams of fiber. Hydration, right? When it comes to water, we should be drinking at least half our body weight in ounces of water. As in, if you weigh 100 pounds, you need at least 50 ounces of water. 200 pounds, 100 ounces. If you're active, you need 1.5 times, all right? So it would be like half, yeah. It'd be almost 100%, actually. You should be having almost 100% then of that water. Rest, right? This includes our stress and our sleep. If you have stress, your body's producing a hormone called cortisone, all right? Or cortisol. And when your body is flooded with this stress hormone, everything shuts down, all right? All of your body like fat burning, your energy producing, everything. There's only 2 things that stay active when you have this hormone in your body. That's fight or flight. You're either running or you're fighting, all right? So it dates way back. So when you have this stress hormone in your body, everything else is pretty much impossible. Digestion, fat burning, you know, man, so much, right? Immune support goes down when you're stressed out. What do I recommend for that? Guys, a brisk 20-minute walk will help clear out so much stress in your day. Also, charting and charting your progress and participating in group communities that are positive and uplift you, help reduce your stress. All right, and then you need enough sleep. All right, normal, right? 8 hours of sleep is what's recommended. And then each body is a little different, right? It really comes down to your REM sleep, or your rapid eye movement sleep. This is when you're dreaming. When we're dreaming, that's when our body is optimally repairing itself and healing itself. All right. And then we look at our fats, omega-3s. The standard American diet, right? The SAD diet is made up of a lot of omega-6s. All right. And both fats are actually okay, but we don't want them in excess of each other. We want them actually pretty equal. But because of the standard American diet, our omega-6s is loaded, right? We have a large amount of our fats coming from omega-6s. So by adding more omega-3s into our diet through supplementation and through foods is going to help you balance that out and going to help combat inflammation. All right, so here we go. Two big things that we're talking about today. Macronutrients, we're really going to talk about proteins, right? And micronutrients, vitamins and minerals. So let's talk about some of the protein products Herbalife offers, right? We have different options. We got soy-based options, plant-based options, right? We have milk-based inside of our 24 line. We have pea, quinoa, rice protein inside of our select one. And that is also vegetarian certified, all right? And so we talked about branched chain amino acids, BCAAs, which is in our top right here, our top right corner. Those are the building blocks, all right? So this product is straight building blocks of protein or muscle into our body. We have these amazing Achieve bars, right? They're pretty comparable to the other ones you're gonna find in the marketplace. Only 4 grams of sugar, 20 grams of protein. Really a perfect balanced snack for you to have. All right, we got our Rebuild Strength. If you don't have Rebuild Strength, you've been doing these workouts, I feel sorry for you because I'm sore and I can only imagine how sore you are. But look at this one. We got, we have our meal shakes, we have bars, we have additional protein sources, all these options to help increase our protein. And let's not forget our beauty booster, right? Collagen comes from protein as well, and that helps with our skin elasticity, right? Also our hair, fingernails, all that comes from protein. All right, so make sure that you talk to your coach or you let them know if you're not reaching your required protein amount, these products can help you get there. And if you don't know how much protein you're supposed to have, just stay tuned because I got that for you too. All right, so let's break it down. What is protein, right? We talked a little bit about it already. So it starts with our plate, and we typically have a protein based in food. From there, we chew it, we ingest it, it goes into our stomach. In our gut, it's broken down, right? So the acids in our stomach start to break it down, and then it's absorbed through the intestines into the blood. All right, so this is where the amino acids and peptides get their circulation and go to where they're needed. So if you got some cuts, all right, you get some healthy scabs forming, right? Or if you're breaking down your muscle during exercise, it's going right to there, all right? And that's when it repairs into muscle, right? Our skin is technically almost like a muscle. So it helps to repair it and bring it back together. There's the molecular structure if you like that kind of thing. But I'm going to move on because this is just the basic part of what protein is. All right. So protein is one of the major nutrients that the body requires in adequate amounts every day. And they're made up of the building blocks called amino acids. You're going to hear amino acids a whole lot. All right. There are 21 amino acids that are arranged in different ways to make the proteins found in foods and the proteins that are made by the body. So the body can make proteins. There's essential and non-essential amino acids that we have. So many of these amino acids are essential, meaning the body cannot make them. Oh, give me 1 second. All right, make sure everyone's on mute. Thank you so much. All right, and so many of the amino acids are essential, meaning the body cannot make them, and they must be supplied from the diet. We have to eat them, right? So here we go, right? We're talking about our branched chain amino acids. So on the right, you can see there's the non-essential amino acids. These can be synthesized within the body. There's a good amount of them there, right? And then there's the essential amino acids. These ones, we cannot be synthesized within the body, right? And valine, leucine, and isoleucine are very key for actually helping form our muscles. They account for 30 to 40% of essential amino acids. And actually, when you look at our Herbalife 24 BCAA, they have a great amount of this valine, leucine, and isoleucine, right? And so I love this product. I've been using it during my workouts. It helps with my fatigue, it helps with my muscle repair, and it helps with my muscle energy while I'm working out to help me maintain and even grow my lean muscle mass, because the more muscle we have, the more calories our body burns at rest. All right, so once again, why it's important, right? The primary roles is to manufacture body structures, including muscles, organs, skin, and hair. All right. Without adequate protein, the body will not be able to grow or repair everyday wear and tear on the muscles. All right. If it's inadequate, so if you're not getting enough protein, the body may begin to break down body tissues such as muscle and bone to provide amino acids that are needed to maintain body functions. What does that mean? That means your body technically can self-cannibalize itself, right? So if you're not putting in enough protein, you're going to start to lose muscle mass. You're going to start to lose bone density, because their amino acids are needed to help maintain more important body functions. So you got to get your protein in, right? Hormones and enzymes are vital proteins that help the body perform various functions, right? We all know that we have different hormones, right? Girls, guys, different ones, but these hormones are so important, right? And they are regulated by the amount of protein that we're getting into our body. All right, here's a neat one that I really love. High protein foods increase the production of dopamine, a brain chemical that helps keep you mentally alert. Yeah, I think we need to be mentally alert all the time, right? Especially while we're driving cars or we're just out and about, right? We don't want this like brain fog happening where you just kind of feel out of it, right? So if you're starting to feel tired or just not really alert, make sure that you're reaching for like a protein bar, right? One of the Herbalife Deluxe protein bars or the 24 bars to help get that protein back in, right? It also helps to manage hunger. When protein is absorbed, it sends a signal to the brain to decrease your hunger. That's because the body has to break down those amino acids. And so that takes time, right? And so your body has time to break it down, provide you energy, and then also sustains hunger. Fiber is the other one that's going to help you manage your hunger, right? So next time you have like that opportunity where, man, I really want a snack, don't reach for those empty carbohydrates, reach for the protein. All right, that's going to help keep you fuller longer. All right, another benefit is it raises your resting metabolic rate by maintaining muscle mass. We talked about maintaining muscle mass. As we age, muscle mass decreases without exercise. Essentially, as we get older, we're not as active as we used to be, right? I always hear people compare themselves to like when they were in high school, right? When we were in like high school and stuff, for the most part, we had to perform inside of physical education, PE, or we're walking from class to class, right? There was a lot of exercise that was kind of just hidden, or most of us played sports. Now, as we get into like our adult lives and, you know, we're stuck inside, right? Especially like things right now, we got work. We're not able to keep that exercise as often as we used to. Thus, if you don't use it, you lose it, all right? Protein also leads to much less rapid rise and fall of blood sugar and insulin. So you avoid the sugar highs and lows after eating sweets without adequate protein, all right? So for people that are sugar sensitive, right, protein is so big for you to go ahead and implement into your diet and routine. All right, so here's some tips, right? 3 main types of proteins, the very most common. We got whey, soy, and casein. Soy being the only plant protein that is a complete protein, all right? So you have to combine different plants to make them complete, right? We talked about the amino acids. Not each, like rice and beans, they do have protein in them, but they're not complete. So you have to combine different ones to make sure that you're getting that, all right? Whey protein is a fast absorbing protein, which means your body gets through it pretty fast. Very similar to like chicken or fish, your body breaks it down pretty fast, right? And casein protein is slow digesting protein. All right, so that's going to help maintain fullness and also repair muscle tissue longer over time. All right, so here's some tips. About 30% of your calorie intake should be coming from protein. Eating protein and carbs and fats is more filling than carbs alone and just protein alone. They also work way better together. All right, and the body uses more calories to digest protein foods than it does carbs or fat. So when you have protein, you have to use more calories, which means your body burns more calories to digest it. Hello, so does that mean that I could actually lose weight by having more protein? Yes, it does, all right? Or at least having your 30% of protein. And if you're not too sure how much you should have, here's an awesome little picture, all right? So all you do is you just search for your current weight, then you find your current height, and you find the little dot that matches. The guide's on the bottom. That's about how much protein and how many calories you should be having each day. Now, of course, if you're exercising, you're doing much more activity, right? You may need to increase your calorie intake. But notice, even for someone who's small and tiny, we're still looking at about 1,800 calories is the goal. And most people cut their calories to almost 1,000 or 1,200. That's why we hit plateaus and we don't continue losing weight. We may lose, or we don't continue losing fat. We may lose weight, but it's important that we lose body fat, maintain muscle. Don't worry about the scale, worry about the composition of your body and how you look and feel in the mirror. All right, for my fellas. All right, so here we go, same thing, right? You want to find your height, you want to find your weight, figure out which plan you need. All right, and if you're above, the 250 plus, you want to still maintain around that. Now, for me personally, I'm super active. I have a whole lot. That's why I love having this iWatch or some type of calorie tracker to help share how much you're actually burning. All right, I can still personally be eating 2,000 calories, but if I'm burning 3,500 calories, I'm going to break into my muscle. So it's so important to know how much you're burning and then not to go and eat all that much at once, but build your calories up. All right. So now we're moving into micronutrients. So what I want to do now is I'm going to stop my share. I just want to reach out to see you guys. Does anyone have any questions about protein? Or anything that you heard that you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know, or maybe I should do some more of this? Okay. You guys are all professionals. Perfect. All right. Well, we'll go back to school. Go back to the recording. So, all right. So now we're back. We're gonna talk about our micronutrients. All right. So we have our big nutrients and our micronutrients. The nice thing about Herbalife is when you combine your Formula One shake, your PDM, and your multivitamin, you get 114 of the 116 nutrients your body needs every day. The only two you're missing, water and oxygen. So make sure you drink your water and breathe, and you're taking your shake and your multivitamin. Multivitamin 3 times a day. All right. All right. So here we go. So let's talk about micronutrients, vitamins and minerals. They are food components that help support overall health and play important roles in cell metabolism and neurological functions. Vitamins aid in energy production, wound healing, bone formation, immunity, and eye and skin health. Minerals help maintain cardiovascular health and provide structure to the skeleton. All right, so how do we get our vitamins and minerals? Well, you want to have a diet that includes fruits, veggies, dairy, protein, a full array of all the foods, right, to help get that amount of nutrients in. So that's why we don't want to cut out food groups or macronutrients. So here's some things about vitamin A. Calcium, magnesium help muscles and blood vessels relax, which prevent cramps and high blood pressure. So if you know someone who's suffering with high blood pressure, calcium and magnesium are things that may help them naturally. All right, not saying that they should be getting off their medication. I'm not a doctor. They got their doctor, but these things, these foods will help them, with that issue. Vitamin C helps wounds heal and the body's ability to fight off germs. All right, that's something super important right now, fighting off germs. And iron helps the blood transport oxygen throughout the body and prevents anemia. All right, so iron's super important because those red blood cells also help transfer our nutrients. So we need those nutrients delivered to our body. All right, so they also support the immune system. So as we know, diet rich in fruits and vegetables support the immune system. What if you don't like fruits and vegetables? Guys, you gotta suck it up and eat it anyways. Find a way for it to work them into your diet. One of our favorites is veggie pastas. All right, we love veggie pastas. Then we add tomato sauce, right? So now you're getting a good array of vegetables. Vitamin A, C, D, and E have shown in many publications to support the immune systems. And then various minerals such as zinc, selenium, iron, copper have been shown in scientific papers to support the immune system. So here are a few of our amazing vitamin and mineral products that we offer within Herbalife. All right, so our multivitamin complex provides 21 essential micronutrients, including vitamin A, C, and E, folic acid, calcium, and iron. All right, we take this tablet 3 times a day with our major meals because our body can't store vitamins and minerals. All right, so the 1-a-day vitamins that some people take, they stay frozen and they actually don't dissolve fully. Why do ours feel different? And when you actually have to use the restroom, why does it come out like crazy Herbalife green? Well, it's because your body gets rid of vitamins it doesn't need. All right, and this vitamin is actually air compressed, not frozen, so it breaks down quickly inside of water and our digestive system, our stomach, so that it can actually be used within our body. What happens is we top off our vitamin count and then we get rid of the rest, and then our body uses them and it needs to be refueled throughout the day. Extra cal. All right, so this extra cal, who here has bones? Right, just put like a 6 if you have bones in your body. Pretty sure. Yep, I see the 6 is coming. All right, so everyone has bones. Most of us have teeth, right? I know some people get older, they lose teeth, or if you're a kid, sometimes you lose them. All right, everybody needs calcium. All right, so extra cal is probably one of our most affordable products that we have. All right, and it provides calcium from plant calcium, which is much different than animal calcium, which we, for some reason, grew up on, right? Drinking cow's milk for however long in my life, right? Because it was supposed to make my bones strong. There's not even that much calcium in it, all right? This calcium comes from plants, and then it has 100% vitamin D, all right? And so calcium can only be absorbed into the body when you have an adequate amount of vitamin D inside of your body as well. This product combines them all. Also adds magnesium. What did we learn about magnesium earlier? A couple slides back, you're writing it down, right? Zinc, copper, manganese, boron, and turmeric root, all within our extra cal, right? That's freaking amazing, guys. The value that you get from this extra cal is just ridiculous, right? I think a lot of you guys know turmeric root is extremely important. I know you know calcium and vitamin D are important, but magnesium and zinc and copper, all within this, guys, this is a no, like this should be in everyone's tablet box, especially those that are pregnant or breastfeeding, because you need more calcium because you're feeding a whole nother body calcium, all right? And if you don't put enough in, it's taking it from you, all right? Now let's talk about our cell activator, formulated with alpha lipoic acid, ALA, and aloe vera. So ALA helps regenerate antioxidant activity within the cells, supports normal mitochondria. The mitochondria in our cells is the powerhouse, the energy. It makes them go, all right? So it supports the mitochondrial energy and protects cells against oxidative damage, all right? Oxidative stress, as in that's how it gives us wrinkles. That's what breaks down our body. We don't want oxidative damage to be happening, right? And aloe vera helps to increase the body's ability to absorb nutrients. So it's not just what you eat, it's actually what you absorb that matters, okay? So the cell activator, a part of our core nutrition, helps your body absorb all the nutrients. not just the good ones, the bad ones too. So you got to make sure that you're staying on your Herbalife game and making sure that you're eating your healthy from your nutrition plan. All right. So portion control, right? Probably the craziest thing nowadays is portions, right? You go to a restaurant, you go somewhere else, and the portions are absolutely huge, right? They give us value, right? But it also gives us excess calories, and this is how we're gaining weight and getting fat, right? The supersize, all these things are putting in extra calories, and sometimes it's not the best ones. All right, so here's simplicity, right? Fat loss, right? Who here wants fat loss, right? Not weight loss, fat loss. You want fat loss, throw a 7 in there, right? There we go. Yeah, let's get those 7s going, all right? So fat loss is eating within a healthy range of calories. Not enough and too much calories can lead to fat gain. Who wants a spare tire around their waist? Not me. That ain't gonna win you this competition either. All right. A deficit of 500 calories in versus calories out is recommended. That's why I have a calorie tracker, right? An activity tracker. So I know, or at least have a good estimate of how many calories that my body is putting out daily. So I want you to think of it like a fire, right? So if you've ever tried to start a fire, all right, if you put like 5 or 6 twigs on there, like tiny little twigs, you may be able to start it, but it's not going to keep it going, right? It dies out, right? If you put too much wood on a fire and you try to get it started, it may burn, right? But it may not get to its potential because it actually needs space and oxygen, right, to burn and to keep burning. So that's why whenever you start a fire, you maybe start with 1 or 2 logs, you get those bad boys lit up, all right, and then every now and then you just add a log here. Then you add a log when it starts to die down, and you continually keep that fire going. It's the same thing with fat loss. If you're not putting in the log to keep the fire going, aka energy, food, and calories, then you're gonna stop burning the fire, which means your body's gonna stop burning fat. Hello. All right, nutrition labels. The first 6 ingredients matter most, all right? So when you're buying bread, when you're buying almond butter, when you're buying these different foods at the store, look at the label and look at the ingredients. If there's too many ingredients and something that should be a very, very simple thing, you might want to look for a different option, all right? We'll do a class on nutrition labels as well. The dirty dozen, all right? So those products right there are your best ones. If you want to shop organic, those 12 are the ones that you want to get organic, all right? Snacks. When you have your snacks, right, it's fairly simple. This is why we love Herbalife, the simplicity of it. We do a shake for breakfast, a protein-based snack for, in the morning. We could do a shake or a full meal for lunch, a protein-based snack, and then a shake or a meal at night. Simple, right? But your snacks need to have protein in it, all right? So making sure, it could be eggs, it could be egg whites, it could be tuna, it could be chicken. If you're using tofu, right, you got to make sure that you're in protein. Trying to do cheese or trying to do something that has a little bit of protein is not a good option for a snack, all right? Water, essential for the body's function, right? Our body's made up of like 70% water. And we just learned recently that you don't want to drink purified water or distilled water. Why? Because it steals those minerals that we talked about earlier from your body. All right. So it actually, drinking those dehydrates you. All right. So we've actually been looking on the search for great mineral water, right? Or spring water. Those things will help you much better. All right. And then portions. Size it with your hands. Keep it simple, right? Or get a food scale, right? They're like $10. It's so simple. If you could weigh out your food, then you know if you're overeating or you're undereating, all right? So when we talk about carbs, all right, you want to use like a cupped hand, right? About 1 ounce. 2 cupped hands for fruits and veggies, right? Right here. Lean protein, 3 to 4 ounces, about the palm of your hand, all right? When you're a bigger person, possibly like, me, you may need a palm and a half or 2 palms, all right? And then when you're using fats, you want to look about the size of your thumb. Yes, that means your avocados. eating a full avocado is way too many calories for you. All right, unless you're about to go run and do a very active day, I don't recommend eating a full avocado in one sitting. Half to a quarter is perfect. All right, so this is something that you can do to keep it super simple. All right, that's going to end my slideshow. Stop my share. And so that is what I got from you guys today. Is there anyone that has any questions about the nutrients or even some of the products that you could start adding into your day so that way you can start making sure you get enough protein, enough calories, and enough nutrients to have a healthy, active lifestyle? Anybody?
Boom.
Yes.
Oh, I had a question about can we every time, like if we had 2 shakes a day, we add the protein mix? I can add it twice for the day?
Yes. So
Okay.
typically, we're looking at anywhere from 15 to 24 grams of protein when we're having our shake. All right, or base it on your hunger level. All right, if you're active and you're really going in the morning, and 2 scoops of your meal shake provides 9 grams of protein, and the protein drink mix provides about 7.5 per scoop. All right, so if 2 scoops of the Formula One and 1 scoop of your protein drink mix isn't keeping you full for 2 to 3 hours, you may want to add that second one into it.
Okay.
I also recommend that second scoop at night since we're about to go into a fast, right? Our breakfast, right? Where we may not eat for anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. So the extra protein is going to help maintain our blood sugar levels while we sleep at night.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I forgot to even mention, right? The protein drink mix and the Formula One shake is only 200 calories. It's like nothing, right? 2 scoops of our Formula One is 90 calories, right? Which means per scoop of the protein drink mix, we're looking at 55 calories per scoop. Guys, that's like nothing. There's no calories whatsoever. 100 calories is like 12 almonds, right? So you're getting like 100 times the nutrition in your Formula One shake than you are in a handful of almonds. So just something to compare and think about. Anyone else have any questions? Great one, Sue. No? All right, cool. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you logging on and wanting to learn more about nutrition. I mean, it's only going to help you have a healthy life, help you have a healthy family, right? And it's going to make sure that you're getting the most out of this challenge. So I'll be uploading this video to YouTube and having it for you guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out and we could chat about it a little later. So have a great day and thank you all so much.
Thank you. You have a great day too.